Greetings, my name is Lisa Garcia-Stewart and I'm the Director of Student Services. We know that you have been anticipating the rescheduled date for Kindergarten Roundup, and it is here. We're so excited that we've developed an online registration process for your son or daughter. And that registration will begin May 11th through May 22nd, and we're going to take you through the process of our online registration. We have developed an online registration, things that you'll need to prepare before you begin the online registration is your birth certificate for your son or daughter or children, immunizations, your current physical, proof of address, that could be your driver's license if it matches your current address, a utility bill, a mortgage deed, a lease agreement, and then parent identification, which could be an I-9, a driver's license, a state ID. After you gather all that information and you are prepared to register your son or daughter, you'll click on the enrollment link. You can hit English. Make sure you have all of those documents ready, prepared to upload here, or you can screenshot them. You'll start new registration, and then you'll just take them, put all that information in here, and then they put begin registration. So here, this is the information. We asked you to gather your household information, the birth certificate, immunization, physical, proof of address, and parent identification. So you'll want to make sure here you have all of that information so that you can begin. And here is where you will enter an address. Here in this field is where you'll upload proof of your address. Again, it could be a picture of your driver's license as long as it matches your current address. It could be your utility bill, your lease agreement, a mortgage deed, or it could also be if you're receiving any official assistance, SSI, anything from the Department of Children and Family Services, you could also use that as proof of insurance. Here you're uploaded. Here is where you'll add your parent guardian information. Here you'll put your contact information if you're working, which is important, any of the numbers that we can contact you. This is also an important question if this qualifies, if any of these questions are a yes for you, if you qualify for additional services. Your student information. This is where you would add their enrollment grade. If they're a foreign exchange student, their birth country, and here's where you'd upload your birth certificate. So I'm going into kindergarten. I'm not a foreign exchange student, and my birth country in this example will be the United States. And then you'll hit next. Here's where you indicate your ethnicity. So this is a question about McKinney-Vento. Does the student qualify? We'll say currently no. Student services, does your student have an IEP? No. Does your child receive special education services? No. 504, no. SIT plan, no. Has your student been gifted? Is your student currently suspended? Has your student attended school in Kansas? I'm gonna put no, but if we go through the screen, certainly if your child was in preschool in our district, then you would mark yes. So if you attended Earl Watson, the Kansas City, Kansas Early Childhood Center, or North Central Office Early Childhood, or Morris, then you would mark yes. So if your children attended any of those schools, does your child speak any other language other than English? No. No. Have to mark all of these boxes. What language is your, I wouldn't answer these. What is the date that your child received his or her education in the United States? Here's where you would upload if you had any transcripts, but we do not because we're in kindergarten. We give release of information. That's important, especially if your child attended another early childhood center and or in our district. Here's where you'll put, make sure that your contact information for emergency contact is correct. So this is important when you think about who can pick up your son or daughter in a case of emergency. So is it an aunt? Is it a family friend? You want to indicate that, because if the name is not listed on here for emergency contact, they will not be able to be released to anyone other than who you have listed here. This is also important in case of emergency. If there is an accident on the playground, what hospital would you want us to take your child? And while we don't anticipate any injuries, this is important information so that we have it, especially if your son or daughter has asthma, any related health issues that we'll need to know about upon their enrollment. That's where you would list any of the allergies, asthma, any health conditions that the school would need to know about, the school nurse. And here, when we talked about preparing you for registration, here's where you'll need to upload immunizations and the physical. So if you don't have those at this time and your son or daughter is not on any medication, remember it gave you a registration number. You can come back and upload those to complete enrollment. You will not be fully enrolled and cannot begin the first day of school without your immunizations and without your physical for your kindergarten student. Those are required. So you need to make sure that you have those. This is the Kansas Communities That Care consent. It just means that when we do any surveys, that you're giving your son or daughter permission to participate. It's anonymous. There isn't any information that is shared by your son or daughter's gender, name, or date of birth. It's a survey that we conduct to receive feedback from our students about their safety in school and in the community. This is the media waiver. I'm sure you've been on our district webpage to see all of the amazing pictures we have of our wonderful students. So we just need to make sure we have permission to post any pictures, and this allows you to, sorry, that was the, that was media. And then same thing with the technology. And then here you'll sign. So I will be attending Hazel Grove. This information, you notice it's highlighted. It means that I missed a field. So anytime you see a highlighted field, it means you need to go back, and I need to make sure that I am marking that I agree to use of technology, the data disclosure, and the waiver of liability. Now it says you must submit your application by clicking the following button. So just ask yourself, did you fill out every individual that your son or daughter can be released to in a case of emergency, or if your son or daughter is sick? Did you upload all of your documents that you needed to upload, birth certificate, immunization, physical, proof of address, and your parent identification? Remember that you received a registration number, and if you need to go back and complete the enrollment, you may do so. So don't feel that this is the final submission button if you need to go back. Also note, again, that until you upload all of that information, you will not be fully registered until you do. We've submitted all our information in this example, so we'll hit submit. This means that we're confirming that we've uploaded all of our information, completed all of the information on each of the tabs, and then we'll hit confirm. Thank you for completing the online registration. For a PDF copy of the data submitted, which is all the information you submitted, you can click on this link, which we will do, and it will show you all of the information that we submitted. Again, this is an example. And you'll have all of the information you submitted. The Infinite Campus online registration can be used on a work computer, a computer you have at home. You can complete it on your phone as well. And if you need any support and those options are not available to you, we will certainly be available by phone. And when we are open to the public, then we will be able to assist you. Once we're physically open, we'll certainly keep you posted. But until then, to get you excited about kindergarten registration, our amazing kindergarten teachers will be providing virtual tours, They'll look for special messages to your son or to your daughter. We are equally as excited for the first day of school as they are. Yes. So you've completed your registration, and you may be wondering, well, about your son or daughter's childcare needs, and they may not be in the attendance area of the address you provided. So what you'll want to do now is, we have many families that complete a childcare request kindergarten through 8th grade. You will want to go, once you complete registration, you'll need to complete that where you currently live. You'll complete that registration process. Then you will go to the Students and Parents tab on the same district website. You'll scroll down to the Online School Transfer Request. You'll click on that tab, and that is where you'll submit your online childcare permit request. You'll want to make sure again that you register first your son or daughter, or if you have more than one kindergarten student, and then you'll complete your childcare request. So if you have any questions about kindergarten registration, the process, what's next, please contact Student Services at 913-279-2248.